Alright, so where we want to start with this one is obviously at the start. And as you see at the start, we have two lines going off of the starting vertex. So we want to be drawing two boxes here. And even better, if we label these boxes with where it's heading to. So this box will indicate going to A. This will be going to B. And at this point, we will have a box going into C. At this point, once again, we're at a point where there's two things going forward. So we'll do two here as well. One being D, the other one being E. Just redraw my boxes to be a bit better. And then over here we have just one line going this way, and that's J. So we have a J here. Now at this middle point we have again two, one going G, one going H. So we'll have these two. So we'll have H here, one going G here. And then at this point, it looks like we just have one going this way, but we will also do one for the dummy as well. So we'll have one for F, and the other one for dummy, we'll do a lowercase d. And then, where are we? We're here. At this point, we just have going to I, so we have just the I here. At this point, we just have the K, and at this point, we just have L, and then we have the end. And notice that we don't have any labeling for the end. This is just where everything's done. There's nothing to go forward to. Alright, now that you have all these boxes, we can start filling them out, starting with the earlier starting time. So that's 0, 0 to start with. If we're going to A, so this will indicate where we're going. So I'm just reading that. We're going to A. The earliest time for starting this activity C is at 6. That's after the A. And then if we're going to B over here, the earliest starting time here is 4. For D, and same for E, the earliest starting time would be 4. And then let's start from the top. We have, so after C, we have one going to F. So after A and then C, that's 13. So that's 13 there. And then for the dummy as well, it needs to start here. So to get to this point, we've been these two lines, 6 and the 7, so it's 13 as well. And then let's do G over here. So to start G, you need to be here. So to get to this point, we have the 4 here and the 5 here, so it's a 9. And then to get to H, which is going this way, again, we're at this point, so that's 9 as well. And then at J, now things are getting a little bit complicated here. So J is going here. So to get to this point, you could have came this way, which will be 14. And then you could have came this way, which is 9 plus 7, and that is 16. So for the earlier starting time, we want to know when is the earliest that we can start, and everyone needs to be there for us to start. So this guy is the one that's late, and we need to wait for this one, which is 16. And then over here for I, to get to I, you need to do two things. So this one and this one. For this one, we'll get there after 9 plus 3, which is 12. And then for the dummy, we are coming from here, and the earliest time to get there, as we can see in the box, it's 13. So it's either 12 and 13. 13 is the later one. We take the 13. And then over here at K, we're coming from this way and this way. The F way is 13 plus the 4. So that is 17. And coming from I, it's 13 plus 9. I mean, it's 13 plus 6, so that's 19. So we take the latest one. And then we're almost there at the end. So to get to this point, to start L, we either come from this way, which is 22, or this way, which is 23. Take the later one, 23. And then after L, which is 1, we're at 24. So that's the earliest starting time done. Now we'll go back for the latest starting time. So we start here at 24. And then we're going back, only way to go back is this way. So L has to be 23. Now we can go back a few different ways. From 23 this way, to get to K, it's 23 minus 4, which is 19. To get to this way, it's 23 minus 6, which is 17. So that's that. And then I'll go here. So that's 19 minus 6, which is 13. But if we're going this way, that's 19 minus 4. So for F, it's 15. Now let's not forget about the dummy. So to get to the dummy, we are going from here. So that's the direction of the dummy. So we got the opposite direction to go back. So from here to the dummy doesn't have any weight, doesn't have any duration on it. So it's 0. So 13 plus 0. It's 13. And then where should we go next? So let's go down to G. So from here to G, it's 3, so it's 10, 13 minus 3. And then where else do we need to go? We go, actually there's another way coming to G here. And that's 17 minus 7, so that's also 10, so that's fine. And then, so this one goes there because that was the H1. And the G1 goes here where it says G. And then going back this way, from D, we have 10 minus 5, which is 5. And for E, coming from this way, so that's this bit here. So that's 17 minus 10, which is 7. And then from here to B. So at this point, as you notice, we have either 5 or the 7. And we wrote both letters here just to keep track of things. But when we decide what is the latest starting time, we need to make sure we're picking the one that is lower in value. So this is the one we're picking for this spot. And over here as well, this is the one we're picking. Anywhere else? Well, these two are the same, so we can pick either one. So from here, going back to the start, we're not minusing 4 from 7, where we have to do it from 5. So B will end up with the 1. And then let's finish up here as well. So we're coming from 13, which is the one we picked because it's lower. So minus 7 is 6, and then minus 6 is 0. So that's done. So if we wanted to find the critical path for this graph, we're looking for the ones with no float time. So it's these, and this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one. So it's going to look like this way, this way, this way, through the dummy, this way, back to the start. So if we were to write the critical path, it would be A to C to I, so we don't write the dummy there, to K to L.